Welcome to Hoosac Valley High School and tonight's round of 16 matchup between the Lennox Millionaires and the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. It's Massachusetts State basketball action. Good evening, everybody. Tim Morey alongside of former jury coach John Franzoni for a matchup and a repeat of the Western Mass Class D championship matchup between these two teams, John, which Hoosac Valley came out on top, but it's a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't ask for two teams playing better basketball right now. Hoosac's won 17 out of their last 18 games, including 10 in a row, and during that stretch, Hoosac has won 8 of those games by double digits. They're really playing great basketball right now. Lennox has won 8 out of their last 9. The only team they've lost to in those 9 games was Hoosac in the Western Mass Finals. So it was a great matchup in the round of 16. Looking forward to seeing these two teams go at it tonight.
Absolutely, and Hoosac Valley, John, comes into this one. They are the number 4 seed in the state tournament. The Lennox Millionaires are number 13, and they are playing good basketball. Lennox got here by virtue of a very hard-fought win over Hull last week, and Hoosac Valley had the better of the Academy of the Pacific Rim. That was in the round of 32. And so those are the victories that earned these two teams their spot. And on the line tonight is a chance to go to the Elite Eight of this state tournament. If Hoosac Valley wins, they'll have a home contest yet against the winner of Quabog and Georgetown. Georgetown is the number 5 seed in Division 5 in the state. If Lennox wins, they will play on the road against the winner of Quabog and Georgetown. So, big matchup here. Nice crowd coming in for this one. John, in this game, I saw the game between these two teams in the Western Mass Tournament. Hoosac Valley had the better of it, but I'll tell you, the score doesn't really tell the story in that one. Hoosac jumped out to a quick lead, jumped on Lennox and was up at one point by 13, 14 points. But Lennox fought right back, and they can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, Lennox these last 2 games has really shown an ability to come back in the fourth quarter. Obviously, in that game against Hoosac, they cut the deficit, made it interesting in the fourth quarter, and made things a little tough down the stretch. But against Hull, they went into the fourth quarter down by 10 and outscored them. I had 17-4 in the fourth quarter of that game, including a 13-1 run to start the quarter, led by 3 threes by Olivia Maurer. So, Lennox has shown that, they may get down a little bit, but they're not going to give up, and they're going to come battling back at you. And the danger in that sometimes is that you don't want to get into that habit of getting down and think you're going to come back, especially against a quality opponent like Hoosac, who can really come after you on both ends of the court.
And you pointed out Olivia Maurer, just a freshman. She is a real sharpshooter from the perimeter. She will take that three ball, and she has a nice shot, and that's something that Hoosac Valley is going to have to contend with. On the other side, I think it's a situation for this young Lennox squad to be able to handle the size and strength of an older Hoosac Valley squad.
Right. One thing we saw earlier in the season, in a key win for Hoosac over Wacona, and then a tough loss against Springfield, was that they really go hard to the offensive board. So can Lennox keep them out of those second shot opportunities tonight? Because that could be a key towards Lennox staying in this game as opposed to getting behind. Because Hoosac really does pound you on the offensive boards and they get second and third shots.
Well, the horn has blown here. We're just about ready for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups here at Hoosac Valley High School for this round of 16 matchup between the 13th seeded Lennox Millionaires and the number 4 seed Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. This game being brought to you by Northern Berkshire Community Television and our producer tonight, Peter Gentile, joining us. And the athletic director, Jeff Polari, just about ready to give us our introduction.
Plays host to the Lennox Millionaires, the 13th seed in the round of Sweet 16. The NIA and Hoosac Valley promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and all spectators. We ask your cooperation by supporting their participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist Unnecessary noisemakers, horns, bells, or whistles are also prohibited and will result in removal from tonight's contest. We thank you for your cooperation. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for visiting Lennox Millionaires. Starting at Alberta Senior, number 14, Kelly Nicotra. Gunner, the sophomore, number 15, Jocelyn Fairfield. At forward, a senior, number 21, Ida Nichols. At forward, a sophomore, number 22, Kelsey Kirchner. And at forward, a senior, number 23, Alex Lipton. The head coach of the Millionaires is Nicole Patella. And now, let's meet the starters for your Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. Starting at guard, the sophomore, number 20, Ashley Leshore. At guard, the junior, number 11, Hannah Shea. At center, a senior, number 10, Gabby Billett. At forward, a junior, number 22, Abby Shababa. And at forward, a junior, number 35, Taylor Gabriel. The Hurricanes are led by head coach John Frederick. Your officials tonight are Todd Andrews, Bill Bassett, and Fabio Cardoso. At this time, famous message, please rise and direct your attention towards the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we're just about ready to go here at Hoosac Valley.
It's always a little extra excitement in the tournament. Even if you're just up here calling the game, it still brings back some good feelings, you know?
Yes, it is. You're right, John. It is. These young ladies, work hard all year long. The season is extended for them. They're playing here in this state tournament. And, of course, everybody wants to get as far as they possibly can.
This is what it's about. This is why you play in the spring and the summer in those AAU tournaments and those summer leagues, and you work hard on your skills so you can play in these kind of games. And these two teams have earned their way to the final 16 now.
And here we go.
Big Lennox crowd here tonight.
Yes, there is. Kelsey Kirchner is going to jump it up, the sophomore, with Taylor Garabedian. And Lennox will control the tap. And Jocelyn Fairfield will take the first shot. A long 3 points, good. Jocelyn Fairfield.
Lennox comes out firing.
And gets Lennox on the board first. And there's Garabedian, and she's fouled, going to go to the line and shoot a pair. And what a difference start to this game. Lennox, it took them about 4 minutes to score in that Western Mass Championship game.
Yeah, there was no hesitation by Fairfield on that shot. She knew what she wanted to look for, and she got an opening, and she took advantage of it.
And Garabedian gets them both, so it's 3-2. Lennox here, opening moments. And that pass thrown away. And stolen right back by Lennox. Step back, does not go. And Hannah Shea, she had a big game in that Western Mass title game. And going to go to the basket, and she's fouled on her way in. And that's a second team foul on Wacona. I'm sorry, on Lennox.
It's like the strategies are pretty clear here. Lennox going to fire three-pointers, and who's just going to run right back at them. So we'll see how that works out.
Hannah Shea tied up in the corner, and they're going to call foul there. On the also play for Shea. That's the first foul, and that's going to be the first foul on Hoosac Valley.
Got some early turnovers. Both teams have 2 already. This Hoosac pressure was effective the first time. We'll see what Lennox does to adjust.
Opening moments here. And there's a travel there. And you're right, John. Hoosac Valley showing a little bit of the pressure here against Lennox. Pretty successful so far.
Yeah, definitely Lennox having a hard time getting into some rhythm against this pressure. They're going to have to handle that to stay in this game.
And Ashland Shore, the sophomore guard. Garabedian, nice move, fouled, and she's going to go back to the line.
Hey, Garabedian's attacking the basket tonight. It's 2 for 2 so far getting to the line.
She's a difficult matchup, John. She's a very strong young lady. Tougher.
Nice moves when she gets inside, too. Very composed. Right? She's strong in the basket, and then she stops herself, head fakes, and goes up strong. And she makes her free throws.
Yeah. No good there, but Scalaba works hard, doesn't get it. We're tied at 3 now.
Here comes the pressure again. See what Lennox can do against it this time.
And there's a break there. And beautiful job there. Breaking that pressure. Kirshner.
Yeah, much better attack by Lennox that time. But you can see Hoosac's really emphasizing going in transition. I mean, they're getting the ball right out of the basket or on a rebound or a steal and going right to the basket every single time.
Yeah, now into the game for Lennox is Olivia Maurer and Chloe Parsenios, the 2 freshmen. And score it again. On the plus.
Alex Lipton.
7-3 Lennox here. Scalaba. Her 3-ball does not go. And Fairchild on the rebound. Lennox pushing the action.
Tell you, both teams are not going to need a shot clock tonight the way it's going.
And there's Garabedian to the basket. Score it. Score it. Taylor Garabedian. And so far, the junior has all 5 for Hoosac Valley here at the 6-minute mark. It's Lennox 7 and Hoosac Valley 5.
And she's quickly getting, 2 minutes into the game, and Lennox has 4 fouls. That could be a factor in this first half.
And Garabedian rattles around. Nice place there. Score it. Oh, that's a nice play.
And great passing by Lennox those last 3 possessions.
Billets all the way to the basket. Score it. And she'll have a chance for a 3-point play. The senior, Gabby Billets, goes to the line. And John, you're right. We're already Lennox with 5 team fouls.
Yeah, between Billets and Garabedian, they're just dominating the paint right now for Hoosac.
Back rims it. So that's a third foul shot in a row. Missed for Hoosac Valley. And the ball goes over to Hoosac Valley on the miss. 5:22 to go here in this first quarter, and Hoosac Valley trails it 9-7 to Lennox.
Lennox coming with some pressure of their own here.
Oh, good break there. And they're going to call a travel there.
Turnovers and fouls early in this game is really making a statement. Both teams are starting to figure out the pressure, but now they got to finish without turning it over.
Garabedian against Mauer. That's a good matchup. We want to watch that one. And they're going to call a foul on the play. That'll go against. It's going to go. Oh, it's illegal pick. That's going to go against Kirshner for Lennox. That's a 16 foul there.
Yeah, so Kirshner and Lipton both have 2 fouls already 3 minutes in.
And you're seeing some pressure. And Hoosac Valley breaks it. And Hannah Shea will set the offense out on top. Garabedian. And on the tie-up, it'll stay, I believe, with Hoosac Valley. 4:37 to go here in this opening quarter. And Lennox on top, 9-7. And score it. Nice inbounds play there. And LaSure has her first basket. And we're tied at 9 here.
Understandably, Lennox was focused on Billets and Garabedian. That left LaSure wide open. Great play on the out of bounds by Hoosac.
A lot of pressure. And that pass is stolen away. And here comes Hoosac. And they're going to call a foul from the rear there. And believe it or not, that puts Hoosac Valley on the line. That's the 7th foul.
Lennox crowd didn't like that one. I can't say I blame him on that
What's
call.
that?
I can't say I blame the Lennox crowd for not liking that call.
So, Ashlyn LaSure goes to the line. She's going to shoot a 1-and-1.
That's a factor now. 12 minutes left in this half, and Hoosac's going to shoot free throws every foul.
And LaSure, she's pretty steady from that foul line, John, which makes it nice when your ball handler is a good foul shooter to boot.
Absolutely. You want your point guard to knock down those free throws.
And that's the first lead of the game for Hoosac Valley now. They lead 11-9 with 4:05 to go here in this first quarter.
Good move by Coach Frederick, too. Lennox started to break the press. He's backing off it now, playing some good half-court defense against Lennox.
And ball thrown away. Good pressure defense out top there by Garabedian against Mauer.
That's the tough thing about Hoosac's defense is they put Garabedian on the top of it a lot of times with some of their pressure, and she's hard to throw over, and she's very active and aggressive.
And here comes LaSure. It could have been a foul there.
Right. That was more contact than the last one they called.
Right. Minnesota on a three-pointer, and Scalaba is going to go to the line and shoot 3. Wow.
And that's 2 on Nichols, I believe, also. Yep, 2 on Nichols.
So now Abby Scalaba is going to go to the line and shoot 3 here. Fouled on a 3-point shot.
All right, so the 3 starting forwards for Lennox all have 2 fouls. And we got 3:38 left in the first quarter.
And Scalaba will get one more. It's a tough matchup for Lennox. They're outsized, no question about it.
Right, they already have a challenge on the inside, and now they got some of their key players in foul trouble. And Billets gets a big rebound.
And there's a foul on Billets on the rebound in action.
It's a nice play by Mauer to rip it out of there.
So Hoosac Valley with the 4-point lead, 13-9. 3:35 to go in this opening quarter of play now. And they're going to call foul on Garabedian.
I would say Coach Patella for Lennox is getting what she wants. She was pointing out it was 8-1. Now it's
Right.
8-3 in the fouls. You can see why Mauer is such a key player in the fourth quarter for her. She's very composed. Doesn't play like a freshman.
Nice shot there and a good pass. Keeter. Charlie Keeter with the basket. 13-11 now, Hoosac Valley. And a double dribble.
Lennox pressure has been effective tonight. Created some turnovers with the Hoosac guards.
So, Lennox has a chance to tie it up or take the lead here. That shot does not go, and here comes LaSure. There's Hannah Shea from the corner. Long rebound. Comes out to LaSure. And another foul on top. And that's going to put Ashley LaSure back at the line with a 1-on-1.
It's the first foul on Mauer.
LaSure 3 for 3 now from the foul line. And Meswar coming in for Hannah Shea.
Like you said, LaSure does those good things as a point guard. Makes her free throws, handles the basketball, can shoot it when needed. And a solid defender.
Yeah, she does a little bit of everything for Hoosac Valley. It's 14-11 Hoosac Valley now. And there Mauer down the lane, firing up the wild shot. Doesn't go. Here comes the Hoosac Valley. They are looking to run all the time. Scalabo with the step back. And they're going to call foul. And that's a big one. That's going to go against Garabedian. That's her second. That's a big foul there.
I think the players going to have to, like, when they get in with their coach at the end of the first quarter, there need to be an adjustment because the officials are calling it tight tonight. I mean, there's 13 fouls already in the first 6 minutes. You have to adjust to each other as a team, but you also have to adjust how the game's being called, too.
And now Mauer. McNeese guarding Mauer. Three-pointer. Doesn't go. Billets runs it down. And a timeout by Hoosac Valley. So 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. It's been fast-paced. It's Hoosac Valley 14 and Lennox 11. And John, both these teams, they're not backing off. They're pushing the ball whenever they get a chance.
Yeah, Hoosac has really come out and very strong and aggressive in transition. I have to give Lennox credit, too. After those first couple of shaky possessions against the Hoosac pressure, they really attacked and got 3 consecutive baskets, forcing Hoosac to get out of it. So it definitely is showing that it's going to be a fast-paced game tonight. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think the shot clock's going to be a factor anytime soon. So buckle up for the rest of this basketball game.
Well, as you pointed out, Jen, 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 13 fouls have already been called. 9 on Lennox, 4 on Hoosac Valley. Next foul will put Lennox in a double penalty.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Frederick plays this with Garabedian. 2 fouls, Still got 2 minutes left in the first quarter. She's such a big part of the team. How long does he go without putting her back in the game?
Well, in the Western Mass Championship, we talked a little bit off camera before the game. Ashley LaSure got into foul trouble, and he went with her for the majority of the game with foul trouble, 2-3 fouls, and she ultimately fouled out of the game, but he went with her.
Yeah, coaches a lot of times, and especially in the tournament, will trust their veteran players to play without fouling. I'd be surprised he doesn't bring her back at some point in the second quarter.
And tied up, and the ball stolen away. Good defense there by Lennox. Oh, there could have been a
travel there.
Could have been a travel and a double dribble. Now they're going to call a foul. They kind of got away with one there. And they're going to call a foul on Marin Capiello.
Yeah, they missed one there. That was a travel.
Yeah. Lennox will inbound here. And air ball there on that shot. So it goes back to Hoosac Valley.
Lennox back in their pressure. They've had some effective possessions with this so far.
And now they got LaSure here.
That's where you want the ball to go.
And she backs out and sets the Hoosac Valley offense here. And Scalaba around the rim and out. She had a good look at it. And here comes Lennox. And a good rebound there. Mauer, no good. And there's Billets on the boards. And Hoosac Valley. 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Kind of a matchup zone there for Lennox. And a ball knocked away. Good defense here by Lennox. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Bauer, long shot, doesn't go. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. And we finished one here at Hoosac Valley. The score after one, it's Hoosac Valley 14 and Lennox 11.
Hey, Lennox got some nice efforts off the bench from that foul trouble. I mean, you could tell when Mauer came in and when Charlie Keeter came in, number 32, and then Chloe Parsinios. Those three played very well in the last part of the first quarter. I mean, Mauer is a special player, and they got some really nice minutes out of Charlie Keeter, getting some rebounds inside and helping with their other starter players, their older players, got in foul trouble. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between, what players on the bench can step up for each team and play well here tonight.
Yeah, because as you indicated, John, they've called this tight. 14 fouls called in that opening quarter. A little bit of foul trouble on both squads for Hoosac Valley. Garabedian with 2, but for Lennox, their forwards have a couple fouls apiece, so a little bit of foul trouble to go around here.
Right, I mean, Lennox has 3 players with 2 fouls. I mean, Garabedian's a key factor for Hoosac with the 2 fouls. I mean, she was dominating going to the basket and getting those Lennox girls in foul trouble. So, can somebody else step into that role, like a Hannah Shea or Emma Meswar? Can they attack the basket and get Hoosac some points on the board and take advantage of that foul trouble that Lennox has encountered early?
So Lennox will inbound here to start the second quarter. They trail by 3, 14-11. Mauer running the point. It was a long three-pointer. Oh, it's good. We're tied. Nice shot there by Nikele Nakotra.
That was way out.
And we're tied at 14 apiece now. Scalaba around the rim and out.
Shalaba can't get a roll.
And they're going to tie it up. It stays on the possession area. We'll go with the Hoosac Valley. They'll inbound it.
Lennox has they got 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior out here, and they're playing well right now.
Billets. Ball stolen away. And a foul on Billets. And that's going to be her second foul. And now Hannah Shea is going to check in, I believe, for Billets. We're tied at 14 apiece here with 7:15 to go here in this first half.
That was a really veteran play by Maurer because you saw Billets coming, and she veered over into her path and drew the foul. It was a really good, smart play by Maurer. And now Hoosac has both their big players with foul trouble, 2 each.
And that's going to go over to Hoosac Valley on the turnover.
And we've talked about the fouls, but the turnovers are the other key because both teams are piling them up.
There goes Hannah Shea. To Meswar. Tied up. And that's going to go with Lennox on the possession arrow.
Hoosac is not getting the hometown rolls tonight.
No, they're not. They've had some good looks at the basket. Nothing going down. Shot no good. Meswar. Scalaba. So Maurer has been quiet so far here.
Lennox still in that matchup zone.
And they're going to call a foul there on the shore. And that's going to put Lennox at the line now. That's at the 17th foul against Hoosac Valley.
That was great hustle by Chloe Parsonos.
One and one now for Lennox. Parsinios go to the line and shoot a 1-1 for the Millionaires. Doesn't go. Oh, nice long pass. The up and under doesn't go. And here comes Lennox with the ball. We're tied at 14 apiece.
After a fast-paced start, both offenses have slowed considerably the last 5 minutes or so. Good defense both ways.
Right. Long three-pointer rattles around the rim and out. And this time it goes over to Hoosac on the tie-up. Both teams working hard on those boards. And as you said, John, it's slowed down here.
Definitely is. Both teams are still firing them up. They're just not falling anymore.
Scalaba back to Hannah Shea. Shea wheels away from trouble. Ball stolen away by Maurer. The up and under, and that's gonna.
It's 2 on Shea, I believe.
Yep, and that's gonna put Jocelyn Fairfield at the line for 2 shots. She was fouled going up there. And doesn't get it to go.
This is a key stretch for Hoosac here. They've been holding at 14-14 for about a minute or two. They have both Billets and Garabedian on the bench. Now Lennox is looking to get a little bit of a run, and they're both have stalled on offense. Who makes the next run?
And she gets 1 of 2. And she gives Lennox the lead again. And here comes Scalaba. All the way to the basket and to the block. And now Scalaba's going to go to the line and shoot a pair for Hoosac Valley.
Because we all know you have to sell that charge. Like Fairfield had a shot at the charge there, and she didn't sell it. She didn't take it and back off it. She kind of tried to block the shot, and that's going to get you the foul.
Yeah, because it looked like Scalaba was building up a head of steam, and
yeah, she had her. Yeah,
pretty much sure she was headed to the basket.
she did. Yeah, it definitely was. She had the position. She just didn't sell it.
And Abby Scalaba now 4 for 4 from the foul line. It gives Hoosac Valley the 1-point lead, 16-15. And Meswar. Long from the corner, off the side of the backboard. And here comes LeSure. Finds her way out of there. Here comes numbers for Hoosac. And the ball knocked away from behind. Good hustle there by Lennox. And they're going to call a foul. That's going to go against Emma Meswar. And that's the 19th foul for Hoosac Valley.
Chloe Parsenios is wreaking havoc out there on the defense. She's coming from behind a lot, getting some tips. She's stepping in the passing lanes and really making some good things happen. Lennox right now, from what I'm looking at, has 4 freshmen and a senior out there. So, I mean, both teams are really going to their youth, and both coaches are showing a lot of confidence in those players. And they're playing well.
Nice shot there by Kirchner. And we're tied at 16 here, 4:50 to go in this first half. And she gets them both. 17-16. A long pass. Scalaba breaks it. Oh, nice pass. Count it. Oh, beautiful pass there by Scalaba to Meswar. Emma Meswar with her first basket.
That was a great look by Scalaba and a nice finish by Emma to finish it strong and get the and one.
And, okay. Meswar completes the three-point play. 19-17, Hoosac Valley. Back and forth, these two teams. Mauer to the basket and score.
Strong drive by Mauer. Outside shots not falling, so take it to the basket.
And the ball stolen away, and they're going to put LeSure at the line. She'll shoot a pair.
Good aggressive play by LeSure, too, because there was 2 Lennox players there, and she just wanted the ball more.
And that's a third foul on Kirchner. And LeSure rolls it home. She's 4 or 5 from the foul line. She misses the second one. And here comes Lennox. They trail by 1, 20-19 here. We approach the 4-minute mark. And that's going to put Lennox at the line. And it's a foul on Marion Capiello. And
that's her second.
And Chloe Persinios will go to the line and shoot a pair for the Millionaires. A lot of fouls.
Every time you look up, Persinios is making something good happen for Lennox. Kind of similar to what Emma Meswar does for Hoosac off the bench. Yeah, we're already 4 minutes left in the first half, and Hoosac is 12 for 18 already from the free throw line. So better make your free throws tonight.
You better. That's right. And they're going to call foul on the rebounding action, and that's going to put Maurer on the line. And she's going to shoot 2. We're tied at 20 apiece here, 3:57 to go.
And that's 2-1 Meswar. So you have Capiello, Billets, Shea, Meswar, and Garabedian all have 2 for Hoosac Valley.
Boy.
That's the definition of a line drive right there.
21-20, Lennox. Here comes Scalaba down the lane. Three-pointer doesn't go, and a shot blocked. Nice defense in there. Here comes Lennox. Ball on the floor. And they're going to call a double dribble there. So the ball will go over to Hoosac Valley with 3:24 to go in this first half. Lennox with the 1-point lead, 21-20. It's been a back and forth affair. A lot of fouls have been called in this one. Shore down the lane. And on the turnover. Good defense.
Just both teams are out of sync on offense right now.
Absolutely. Maurer, the putback, oh, doesn't go. Great, yeah, they're gonna call a foul on the rebounding action.
Charlie Keeter.
Yeah, and that's gonna put Meswar on the line for 2. They're in a double penalty here. 2:55 to go. Emma Meswar. Back runs it. She'll get one more.
We have a rarity. Charlie Keeter only has 1 foul.
I know, it's an amazing,
a
right?
Bunch of people that have 2 fouls.
Wow. Oh, good. And here comes Porcinios. Wow. Line drive. Does not go. The putback does not go. And here comes Shea working it out of there. Meswar for 3! Emma Meswar, big shot.
It's 6 points off the bench for Emma Meswar,
Right.
making a big impact for Hoosac.
And that gives Hoosac a 2-point lead. Maurer, shot, putback, does not go. And a tie-up stays with Lennox.
Lennox getting some opportunities inside, just not finishing them. Hoosac got to tighten up and stop giving those second shots up because they're eventually going to fall.
Yeah, Lennox is getting some good action on the boards, John.
Push it, Grace, push it!
Doesn't go. On the rebound, here comes Shea. Guarded tightly by Maurer. In low to the post to Meswar. Scalaba on the rebound. And the ball taken away. I thought about it for a minute. And that ball thrown away. It'll go over to Hoosac Valley. Both teams look like they're a little winded here, John.
They
Going
do.
back and forth.
It's an
And
interesting
this is a
move.
Interesting move here. Garabedian and Billets now on the offensive end. He's taking out.
See if Coach Frederick goes offense
Yeah.
defense here.
And now Lennox will call a timeout themselves with 1:33 to go. And Hoosac Valley leading here, 23-21. Interesting move here as he goes with Billets and Garabedian with 1:33 to go here in this first half.
Right, got a 2-point lead. Garabedian sat since about 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Well, they're certainly going to have to play smart.
Right.
Each of them with 2 fouls. So
This is where, as a player, you make your coach look smart by playing smart, not getting that third foul, and trying to extend your lead in this last minute 33 for Hoosac Valley.
right.
That was a good timeout by Coach Patella, too. I mean, her team is really out of sync, but her young players are making some things happen. Chloe Persinios is all over the court. The first thing she dropped was that pass, I think, since she's been in the game, and she's made really, along with the other freshmen for Lennox, keeping them in the game.
Low scoring quarter, though, here, John.
Right, that's the way we started. I didn't think it'd be 23-21 with 1:33 left before the half.
All right, Hoosac Valley inbound. The 1:33 to go. Hoosac Valley with a 2-point lead here in this second quarter. Shore working it up against Maurer. In low to Billets. Billets is going to wheel to the basket. She misses it. She goes back up, doesn't get it. Point blank range on both of them. Now, Garabedian against Maurer. Maurer wheeling to the basket. Doesn't go. Garabedian could be a breakout here for Hoosac Valley. Garabedian, they're going to call a travel there. With 59 seconds to go, and that's enough of that. Garabedian and Billets are going to come out here.
Everything out a little more, everything.
Good sub there. Play a little offense defense by
Yeah.
Coach Frederick.
Let's go. Muscle up. Let's go.
Persinios. She had it. Ball stolen away. Breakout here. LeSure's going to have it. Misses the bunny, but Scalaba, excellent hustle there.
Okay, Abby Schlaba's given Hoosac some really big minutes in this first half. Played very well on both ends.
Scalaba, this is the long 3 ball. And they're going to call a tie up, and that'll go over. This will go to Hoosac this time. With 18 seconds to go here in this first half. Hoosac Valley can play for the final shot. Again on the inside. Scalaba, step back, doesn't go. Meswer on the boards. LeSure down the lane, does not go. And here comes the kick out. Parsinios. Ball stolen away. Wild action on the floor. And that's going to do it for the first half here in a wild sequence. John, both teams.
I'm reminded of a quote I heard Coach Robinson say after the Drury Hoosac boys game last 2 weeks ago in Drury, where he said, just because it's being competitive doesn't mean it's well played.
Right.
So, but you know what? The teams are competing. They're playing as hard as they can. It's a good game going into halftime, and we'll see who can pull it out in the second half.
Yeah, no question about it. Both teams playing extremely hard here as we closed out this first half. That's going to do it for the first half here at Hoosac Valley, and it was been a barn burner back and forth. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with second half action. The score at halftime, Hoosac Valley 23 and Lennox 21. And we're back here at Hoosac Valley at halftime. The score, Hoosac Valley 23, Lennox 21 in this round of 16 MIAA state tournament ball game. And for Hoosac Valley, Ashlyn LaShore led the Hurricanes. She had 6. Emma Meswar off the bench with 6. And as you point out, John, she gave Hoosac a lot of valuable minutes off that bench.
Emma Meswar gave us some huge minutes in the first half, especially with Billets and Garabedian being in foul trouble. She came in and made some big baskets, scoring 6 points. She also has a lot of rebounds, some steals, just made things happen on both ends of the court, and was a key to Hoosac being up by 2 points at halftime.
You know, John, this is the second year, well, we have a moment here at halftime. This is the second year of this state tournament format, and there's been a lot of discussion about it. I've had a few things to say about it myself in the course of our broadcasts and on High School Basketball Weekly. I know you have some strong opinions about it as well. It's kind of something that we've talked a little bit about. What's your thoughts on this as we kind of bring this second year of the tournament to a close here?
You know, I've tried to look for the good points in it, and I just, the one thing that I've emphasized 3 years ago when it was being voted as a superintendent, I sent out a letter to superintendents across the state just urging them not to vote for it, because I thought the negatives of losing out in the sectional tournaments, you know, for basketball especially, it always had the tradition of Western Mass Division 1, 2, and 3 and going to the cage, and, you know, players really looked forward to that. And the state tournament, state championship wasn't necessarily their main focus. It was getting to that Western Mass tournament and trying to win that sectional title, which was a realistic goal for a lot of teams. By going to this format, it's completely destroyed the leagues that we always had. I mean, we always talked about Berkshire County teams, especially the last 11 years when I coached the girls, how playing that Berkshire County basketball really prepared you for the tournament. Same thing with the boys in Berkshire County. I mean, just playing that tough, physical, hard-nosed defense really made a difference when you got to the tournament. And I just think about, you know, games like last week, Drury boys up there for a meeting, and they left at 11:15 to get to a game 4 hours away on a school day. You know, play a 4:30 start, and it's not a surprise that he got down there and struggled, because that's not a way to play your best basketball. When you miss a half day of school, you sit in a school bus for 4 hours. It's just not the best way to do it. Tonight, look at tonight. You got the Hoosac boys playing on the road the same night the Hoosac girls are playing here. Why are the boys and girls playing the same night? They should be playing different nights so that families can see all their kids play. They can also make sure they get, it's a good crowd here tonight. It'd be even better if the boys weren't playing.
Right.
So there's just so many negatives about this. I just, you know, I'm glad for the kids. This is a great game. They're competing. That's all that matters tonight. But I really hope when this format runs out in another 2 years that the superintendents look at it and vote the other way, because it's not working in the best interest of the student athletes. When we're sending them across the state on 4-hour bus rides on school nights, that's not in the best interest of our student athletes.
Yeah, and I agree with you, John. Some of the things, you know, I echo your comments on that. I also think, quite frankly, that this tournament where the fields are greater than 30, 35, 40, 45 teams are playing in it, and quite honestly, there are a lot of games that, frankly, they're not really competitive games between teams, and as I say, they're traveling long distances. If they're going to continue with this format, I think they should shrink down the size of the fields, even down to 16 teams, you know, across the state. That would be 80 teams playing in 5 divisions, and I think that would be more than sufficient. But it remains to be seen. Again, this format will run its course over a period of time, and we'll see how it plays it out. But again, I think the negatives outweigh the positives. I agree with you on it, and hopefully they'll revisit this when this particular period ends. So we'll see.
So. All right, in the meantime, we got a great second half coming up.
Absolutely. And again, a lot of fouls, a lot of foul trouble, a lot of teams in foul trouble, a lot of players in foul trouble.
It'll be interesting to see how the coaches handle their substitution pattern. So I haven't seen Lennox play this year, but those freshmen came in and played very well. Parsenios and Maurer and Keeter all gave some real strong minutes for Lennox. So how does Coach Patella handle her rotation? And then on Hoosac's side, how do Billets and Garabedian play, and the other players with 2 fouls? Do they play smart and don't get that 3rd foul early?
Right. Lennox will have the ball to start this second half. They trail by 2, 23-21 to Hoosac Valley. And Hoosac Valley, of course, they're looking to try to get back to the state championship. They played last year in the finals, were defeated. They're looking to try to get back again. They've been there before, so one more half of play here.
And that experience is key right now. You know, you come out of the second half, it's been a good first half, but the whole game, it's a whole brand new game in the second half. How do you handle that emotion, that intensity? And these first few minutes will show who's ready to go here.
And it looks like coming right out of the gate here,
Both teams back
kind
with
of
their
a
starters.
matchup zone here by Hoosac Valley. And a ball thrown away, tipped away. It'll stay with Lennox. 22 seconds on the shot clock.
That tip was a break for Lennox there, I'd
Yes,
say.
it was. It looked like that ball was going to head out of bounds in any event. Almost. And that pass thrown away. Good defensive set there by Hoosac Valley.
Really good defensive possession of Hoosac to start the second half. They got to have more of that. Good, smart, moving their feet, not fouling, and playing strong defense.
And Lennox in its zone. Both teams coming out of here. Oh, score it. Oh, boy, that's a lucky break for Hoosac Valley. The pass was tipped and right in the Billets' hand. She got fouled on a turnaround. And
a great job of finishing by Gabby Billis. Because you're right, sometimes that tip pass, it throws you off trying to catch it. And she caught it and finished strong.
Ada Nichols picks up her third foul. And Billets misses the foul shot. She's 0 for 2 from the line so far tonight. Hoosac Valley with the 4-point lead, 25-21. And it's going to go over Hoosac Valley. So, and Maurer back into the game for Lennox.
I think both teams are going to pack it in a little bit, try to contest the three-pointer, but not give up as many points in the paint or opportunities in the paint in the second half.
And Garabedian misses the jumper and goes up back to the Millionaires.
I gotta say it's a smart move by both coaches to go with the zone because neither team has shown an ability to make too many outside shots in the first half.
No. Garabedian Billets. Here comes LaShore. Going to take it all the way to the basket and score. Hard drive there by Ashlyn LaShore. Now it's a 6-point Hoosac lead.
It's a great move by Ashlyn LaShore to finish strong.
Jumper, no good. LaShore with the rebound. And she looks to push it again. Scalaba, score it, 4-3. And Lennox is going to call a timeout.
Just what Hoosac wanted to start the half. A 7-0 run. Now it's a 2-point lead, is a 9-point lead. And then the way this game's been played, that's huge.
That's a huge lead at this point. That's for sure, John. With 5:34 to go in this third quarter, and Hoosac came out of there. And
yeah, the one thing I thought in the first half was Lennox was very aggressive. They come out a little bit passive in the first 2.5 minutes here in the second half. So, you know, what adjustment will Coach Patel make now? Will she go back to some pressure to get her team back into it a little bit? Because they just seem like they're playing not what kept them so strong
Right.
in the game in the first half was being aggressive.
Right, very aggressive, hustling defensive play by Lennox in that first half. Now they got into some foul trouble as a result of it,
Right.
but you might be right, John. Lennox may have to go back to that.
Yeah, I'd rather go down swinging than go down, playing the rope-a-dope, I guess, Let's come out and try to win,
Exactly. Well, that's right. There's no tomorrow. You're
Right.
absolutely right. There's no sense in leaving anything.
Exactly. You got 17 and a half minutes left. Come out playing hard. Or no, I'm sorry. You got 13 and a half minutes.
And Lennox and Hoosac Valley on the other side, looks like they're just going to settle back and see if Lennox can.
It's working so far. So for Coach Frederick's standpoint, until they make a basket, I'm not coming out of it.
Oh. And here comes Hoosac Valley.
Attacking in
Good
transition
number.
again.
And a block. And it stays with Hoosac Valley.
They're really beating Lennox down the court the last couple of possessions. That's
Right.
the key to getting some offensive opportunities.
Inbounds a little short. And a pass thrown away. So it goes back to Lennox. Unforced turnover there. Approaching the 5-minute mark here of this third quarter. Hoosac Valley with a 9-point lead. 30-21. Long three-pointer doesn't go. Billets with the rebound. And the ball will go over, stay with Hoosac Valley.
The Lennox players are really good about coming from behind, looking
Right.
to get tips and steals from the backside. So Hoosac's got to be aware of that when they go in transition.
Ten on the shot clock here now. And a shot clock violation. Good defense there by Lennox.
Yeah, Lennox is doing a good job of making sure they got hands up on the three-point shooters, but not giving anything inside either. Hoosic still in their zone. Lennox got to show they can do something against it.
Yeah.
4 minutes without scoring in the second half.
There's something right there. Scored over the top.
It's a great look by Maurer.
Kirshner with the basket. 30-23. And they're going to call travel there. So it goes back to the Millionaires. 3:54 to go here in this third quarter. Maurer doesn't go. Nice rebound there by Shea. And the ball is going to call a foul there on the push. The ball stays with the Hurricanes. They lead by 7, 30-23. This round of 16 matchup between the 13th seeded Lennox Millionaires and the number 4 seed Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. Nice crowd on hand here.
That was a big foul call in Fairfield. She's got 3 now for Lennox, and she's played some really good minutes for them tonight.
Right. In low, the Billets. Then they're going to call a jump up. Stays with Hoosac. Lennox very aggressive to that basketball.
Looks like that timeout got him going again. Good timeout by Coach Patella.
Scalaba. Jump shot. Doesn't go. And Lennox. Oh, ball taken away and a foul. Nice hustle there by Hannah Shea.
Hannah Shea, just every time I see Hoosac play, she makes those little plays. She rips the ball out of somebody's hand. She goes to the basket. She gets fouled. The key player on this team and really makes a lot of good things happen for the Hurricanes.
Nope. Back rim's that. And boy, I'll tell you, both these teams here, Hoosac Valley had a quick 7-0 run, but they have gone cold here.
I tried counting all my little circles and filled in circles for Hoosac for the free throws, and I just lost count. There's too many of them.
Yeah, exactly. And now, Hoosac Valley back to a man-to-man here now. They're changing it up on defense. And a wild shot there. LaShore. And they're going to call. Oh, boy, they're going to call LaShore out of bounds there.
I would say Fairfield's fortunate she got her fourth foul there. But good aggressive play.
And Maurer goes down. Oh, and a foul there.
That's 4.
And that's 4. You're right.
Got away with one, didn't get away with the second
Right,
one.
exactly. Yeah, Fairfield, she was lucky the last time. And now Lennox is going to.
Yeah, it's a big foul.
And Shea up on top. Looks on the board to Garabedian. Stays with Hoosac Valley. (31-23), Hoosac Valley by 8 here in a low scoring, and there's a foul, and that's going to put LaShore on the line. Low scoring ball game in this third quarter here. Lennox only has one basket, John.
LaShore has been really quick to the ball in this half too. She's just beating the Lennox players to the basketball. She's cutting in front of them on offense, and she's making some good plays on defense as well.
(32-23) as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this third quarter.
I believe that free throw by LaShore makes them 13 for 25 already in this basketball game.
Maurer all the way to the basket. Score! Lydia Maurer.
That's a great move by Maurer. She's really struggled from outside, but she's been impressive going to the basket.
You know, John, interesting. She's really goes hard to her left hand, and you think you would overplay that. She always looks to come back left.
Right. Yeah, she's definitely dominant with that left hand, so I'd be surprised if you didn't see Hoosac try to take that away.
And a call of travel. Minute 51 to go, 32-25. Hoosac Valley. Always comes back left, that's for sure. Long shot. Scalaba. And Scalaba with the offensive rebound. There's a sure. She misses it. Meswar doesn't get it to go. And they're going to call foul there. That's a big one. That'll go against Garabedian. That's her third here with a minute 15 to go here in this third quarter. And a timeout for Lennox.
Timeout, Coach Patelli. She's got 5 freshmen on the floor right now for Lennox.
Right.
And they've played well today. The
Yes.
freshmen have stepped in and played very well for them.
Absolutely. They've done a great job for the Millionaires.
That was a big possession for Hoosac. They got 2-3 offensive rebounds, and they just can't finish tonight. They're having a real hard time putting the ball in the hoop.
Right. Well, at this point, both teams are having a difficult time.
Remember, it was 14-11 at one point, pretty early in the first half, and we were like, okay, going to be a high-scoring game.
Exactly.
And
both teams were going up and down the court, and boy, it has really turned into a slugfest since then.
And that tends to happen in the tournament a little bit. You know, you start playing so hard, so physical, and you just can't get into a flow offensively, and then add into it in this half, or the first half, there were so many fouls, it just seemed to take the flow away, and now they can't get it back. So who can do that? Who can get some good offensive possessions? You know, limit their turnovers and limit second shots for the other team.
A minute 15 to go here in this third quarter. Hoosac Valley on top, 32-25. Lennox will have the ball. And there's Mowers. Always comes back to that left. And a nice strong rebound by Billets. There's LaSure down the lane. And they're going to put her up. And they're going to call an offensive foul on LaSure here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
And neither was Coach Frederick. So
no, I don't think he liked it either. I don't blame him.
And roll it home. Nice shot there by Parsenios. Down to a 5-point lead. And there's going to put LaSure back at the line now with 29 seconds to go. She'll shoot a pair.
Good job at LaSure the last few possessions, really starting to attack the basket and trying to get herself on the free throw line.
16 fouls now for Lennox. 3 for Hoosac Valley here. They have the 5-point lead.
This will be LaSure's 9th and 10th free throws for the basketball game already, and they're only still in the third quarter. She really has been a key tonight, playing aggressively on both ends of the court without getting into foul trouble like everybody else has.
Right. Right. I think she only has one team foul. One foul. And she gets them both. Back to a 7-point lead now. Parsenios. Nice back door, almost thrown away, but Mauer, doesn't get it to roll. Good opportunity. Here comes Garabini and Hoosac Valley looking to run, and the shot goes off. And that's gonna close out this third quarter of play here at Hoosac Valley. We've played 3, and Hoosac Valley has a 7-point lead, 34-27. And John, that quarter started off for Hoosac Valley. They scored the first 7 points. It took a long time for Lennox to score. They only scored 6 points in that quarter.
Yeah, Lennox really battled on the defensive end, doing a great job of limiting Hoosac's opportunities. But, you know, the key thing that's going to be in this next, well, I guess that was the next 3 or 4 minutes, is what can Lennox get themselves back in this game and limit Hoosac's second shots and transition opportunities, because Hoosac's really pushing the ball hard, and Lennox has to limit that and not let this lead get to double digits early in this fourth quarter. I tell you, you get a lot of pressure for Lennox about the Mauer girl, and she's a good player. But, boy, I tell you, Chloe Parsenios is an impressive player. I mean, with those 2 freshmen going forward, it's a good sign for Lennox's future, along with the other freshmen that have played, like Heater and the other Parsenios girl as well.
Yeah, this is a young Lennox squad, a very bright future for them. And as you pointed out, Parsenios, she only has 3 points, but John, she is all over that floor.
She is. She plays defense. She's impressive on defense. She has a lot of skills and tips in this game, and then she handles the ball very well also. So this is going to be interesting to see how this young Lennox team handles it. They're back out there with the 5 freshmen again to start the fourth quarter.
And here we go. And there's Maurer. Looking to take the ball. And they're going to call a travel there. And Lennox looks like they're going to pick up some pressure here.
This is where you expect to see the Hoosac experience really come into play.
Short jumper doesn't go. Good look at the basket there. And here comes Lennox.
Yeah, Hoosac has some really good looks at the basket, and the longer they don't finish them and let Lennox stick around.
And ball tied up to go over to Hoosac Valley. Both teams playing hard. A lot of energy being expended out there, John.
Yeah, great hustle by Grace Giuliano for Lennox, but Hoosac got the basketball. They got to handle this pressure and try to get some opportunities in transition. Nice look to LaSure.
But good hustle by Lennox to get back there. And there is the shot by Garabini. Everybody down on the floor. Oh, it could have been a double dribble there. And there's the ball knocked away. And they're going to foul. And that's going to go against Barcinios. And that's going to put LaSure at the line with a one-on-one situation. Gets 3 fouls on Barcinios. She's going to come out of the game.
It's a big free throws for LaSure here. Get
Right.
Hoosac on the board, extend that lead. Really important that she can make these right here.
Missed it. Came up short. So that's a break for Lennox in there. Oh, they're going to call a foul out front. Boy, that's a huge call. And that's going to be 4 on Garabedian.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
It's been a football game in the lane the last couple minutes, and I don't know. That's a tough foul for a fourth foul in this game.
So Garabedian will take a seat. Shea will go out and replace her. But, boy,
that's big right now. 6.5 minutes left in this game.
Long draw, it's good. And Kotra, with their second 3 of the game, makes it a 4-point lead for Hoosac Valley. Here's Billets. Doesn't go. That's a kind of an ill-advised shot there with 6:11 to go here.
So basketball is a tough game because Hoosac had an opportunity on the free throw line shooting a 1-on-1 to extend to 9. They don't make the open end, and the coach knocks down the 3 to make it a 4-point game.
There's the back door. And score!
Kelly and the coach are taking over for Lennox.
34-32. Skalaba for 3. She answers.
Huge basket by Abby Shalaba.
Abby Skalaba answers for Hoosac Valley. 5:33 to go in this one. And the ball stolen away. Here comes LaSure all the way to the basket. Doesn't get it to go. Mesler. And they're going to call foul on the rebounding action. And so Mesler now will go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1 here.
Emma Mesler just getting her hands on the ball, making a great play. I mean, Abby Schlaba, that's the shot of the game right there. Lennox cuts it to 2, and she hits a 3 next possession. Free throws, though.
Skalaba! And Lennox comes out of there.
You're right, though, Tim. She goes back to that left hand every time.
All the time. So Oh boy, a lot of rough action here now. Both teams here.
Both teams just playing extremely hard every possession.
37-32. Hoosac Valley with a 5-point lead. Scalaba's shot is blocked with 17 on the shot clock.
Great play by Alex Lipton to block that shot after she made the last one.
Now the question here, Coach, how long do you go with Garabini on the bench?
Up 5, I'd give it till 3 minutes, I would say. As long as Hoosac can hold that 5-point lead.
And a foul on the play, and that's going to put Hannah Shea at the line. Shot was deflected again. Good break there for Hoosac. It deflected right into Hannah Shea's.
Yeah, some of the bounces have gone Hoosac's way, but also they're just out hustling right now. They're making some great plays for the Hurricanes, and that's what happens when you're the more aggressive team. You get those bounces.
And
But their free throw shooting is just not helping them in this quarter, though. I don't think they've made one yet.
nope, they're all big now.
Got to knock them down here. Okay.
She gets 1 of 2.
Big shot by Hannah Shea to get him back on the positive end with the free throws.
38-32. The Cottrell long three-pointer doesn't go. Shore works the ball up the court. Meswar. Ball hawking defense for Lennox. And they're going to call a timeout here. Hoosac Valley will call timeout with 4:04 to go, and they have the 6-point lead, 38-32. And good timeout, I thought, there by Coach Frederick.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was a great timeout. That possession was really going nowhere for Hoosac, so now he's got 17 seconds to diagram a play, get his team settled for a good opportunity to try to go up by 8 or 9.
And, of course, you can always tune in to High School Basketball Weekly every Thursday evening at 7:30, rebroadcast Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, and then Sunday evening at 7 p.m. High School Basketball Weekly, recapping all the high school basketball action, and we got a lot of it here as we are in the midst of state tournament play, and we have a dandy here at Hoosac Valley with the 4th-seeded Hoosac Valley Hurricanes.
It's an old-fashioned Berkshire County matchup in the final 16, and these teams are really going after each other every possession. It's going to be 4:04 left, and who can make some good plays on offense and also limit their turnovers here so they don't give their team chances to score in transition. Got to be impressed with LaSure for Hoosac, too. She just is a steady influence. On offense, she gets the ball in her hands and things calm down. On defense, she makes great plays every time.
She never comes out of the game, John, unless she's in foul trouble. She's on that floor the whole time.
Yeah, she's played the full game tonight.
Billets to the basket. Doesn't go. And they're going to call a blocking foul there on Shea. That's a 15 foul against Hoosac Valley. And so Lennox will inbound the ball here. They trail by 6, 38-32. 3:54 to go in this ball game. And it has been a hard-fought Berkshire County affair.
Hoosac comes out matching up with a player. Big possession here for Lennox.
Bauer thought about it for a minute. Ball deflected, and here's LaSure. Going to go all the way to the basket. Does not get it to go, but Meswar, look at that hustle. And it's going to be tied up, and it's going to go over to Lennox. Great hustle.
I'll tell you, Fairfield and Meswar is a great matchup. There's two players that are always on the basketball, hustling, diving, making great plays.
Points are hard to come by here.
So we've got a spill on the sidelines here. Try to clean it up so nobody gets hurt.
And here comes Garabedian as Coach Frederick is going to bring her into the game with 3:25 to go.
Who's got a 6-point lead. She comes back in the game with 4 fouls. You got to trust your senior here to play this last 3:25 without getting that 5th one.
Meswar on Mauer. Step back Mauer. Doesn't go. And Billets with the rebound. Oh, nice pass there.
What a great pass by Billets.
Beautiful, beautiful pass by Gabby Billets to Garabedian.
Just a great possession by Hoosac. Got the ball to the high post and a great look down on the low post.
Yeah.
Just quality offense right there.
Cotro, her shot doesn't go. Garabedian gets the rebound. They're going on the foul, and she's going to go to the line and now shoot 2 in a double penalty, John. That's big at this point now.
Yeah, if you're shooting 2 at this point, not shooting the 1-and-1, that's a real benefit for this last 2:44 for the Hurricanes. And Hoosac's played smart this half. They only have 5 team fouls, so they still have 1 more foul to give before Lennox goes to the line.
So Taylor Garabedian. The junior.
I thought Coach Frederick made a really nice adjustment to start the second half with coming out in that zone.
Yes.
Settled his team down, didn't get any fouls early, and now it's paying off for him.
Garabedian makes them both, and now it's a 10-point Hoosac lead with 2:44 to go. Lennox has to score quickly here.
Yeah, time is definitely on the side of Hoosac Valley right here.
Pass was deflected there.
Lennox in this game has had some good drives to the basket, and then they're kicking it out through traffic. They got to look at the basket a little more inside.
And a rebound by Billets.
That's really good defense by Emma Meswar there. Really contested that shot by Mauer.
And Hoosac Valley, they're going to be content, John, to run some clock.
Yeah, smart by LeSure to pull it back out, run the clock. And nice pass.
Oh, beautiful play. And that might be it.
It's going to be tough to overcome 12 points in 2 minutes.
And now Lennox will call a timeout. And LeSure setting up Garabedian. 2 nice plays in a row, John.
Yeah, you really talk about, we talked about Hoosac showing their veteran leadership in this last 4 minutes, I think, when they called that, Coach Frederick called that timeout, and they've gotten some great possessions. Billets with a great pass to Garabedian, and LeSure with a great drive and pass, and also making some free throws. So their experience is showing, and it's really, doubled their lead in the last 2 minutes from 6 to 12 points.
Well, if this holds, Hoosac Valley would advance to the Elite Eight, and they would play the winner of Quabog and Georgetown. Georgetown, the number 5 seed. Quabog, the number 12 seed. So, and that would be here at Hoosac Valley. I believe they would play that Friday night. So, that would be Friday.
And that's definitely a nice advantage of this format with Hoosac being a 4 seed. They play at home all the way to the Final Four.
Right. And of course, you want to stay tuned to Northern Berks Community Television for updates and schedules of upcoming games. So here we go, 1:56 to go. Hoosac with the 12-point lead. Lennox to inbound it. They need to score and score quickly here. Taking it right to the basket, and around the rim, did not go. And the ball is saved by LeSure. She's going to.
That was a great drive by Fairfield. Just couldn't get the foul, but look where the ball goes, right to LeSure, and she's in control.
Gives it off to Garrett Bean, and they're going to run some clock here. And the kick on that play. Oh, and that resets the show. Boy,
Big
that'll
play. Gives them their 30 seconds.
Oh, yep. Minute 23 to go. Hoosac with the 12-point lead, 44-32. Well, no, 17 on the shot clock.
You got to take a chance and go for the steal or the foul here.
Yeah.
Good move by Meswer not to shoot that open shot.
Right.
Take your time.
She could have taken it, and she didn't. And they're just going to run it down. And there's Billets along the, and they're going to go. They're going to call a 30-second violation, but they ran that shot clock all the way down, John.
Hey, eating the 30 seconds was the best part about that possession for Hoosac. That's what they needed to do. If they scored, it would have been a bonus.
Long three-pointer doesn't go, and Meswar with the rebound, and that might do it. Yes. And they're going to put LeSure on the line. That's not necessarily you want to put on the line, but
She had
they
the
were
ball.
yeah. There was nothing you could do. So that's when LeSure is going to go to the line here and shoot 2 foul shots with 42 seconds to go. And you want to stay tuned following this. The game will be down the floor for some post-game interviews. And LeSure.
8 for 12 from the free throw line for LeSure.
Right, she's got 12 points for Hoosac Valley. 45-32, and that one was a little off, a little short there. And they're going to call that foul on the block. And oh boy, somebody down there. And we're going to see who that is.
It's Meswar.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she may have sprained her ankle. And that's a shame here with 36 seconds to go in this game, boy.
Really is, because she's played some huge minutes for them tonight. Tell you, I've got Hoosac 19 for 34 from the free throw line, and Lennox is 5 for 10. There's a big, big difference in this game.
Big disparity, no question about that. No question about it. As we commented on it in the first quarter, there were a lot of fouls. There were 13 fouls called, and Lennox was in the penalty, in that first quarter. And
boy, hate to see that at this point in the game with more basketball to be played for Hoosac. Emma Meswar has done a great job for them tonight.
Yeah, she did a great job off the bench. You pointed that out, John, a couple of occasions. She's going to end her night with 7 points, but with 6 points, that doesn't really capture what she did for them.
All right, she's been a big part of the defensive effort in both halves, especially in the second half. They've held, the Hoosac defense has held Lennox to 11 points in the second half, and that's been a key to this victory.
So, Anna Nichols, the senior, will go to the line here. She's going to shoot a pair for Lennox with 36 seconds to go in this one. Doesn't go. And now Billets is down. And she's getting up gimpy.
been a physical game. I think you got some
Right.
tired players out there right now. That's where you're at the most risk of getting hurt.
Yeah, knocked away. And
Yeah, if you're Lennox, you'll look for a quick shot here.
they're down by 12, so they got to. And some good defense there by Scalaba, John. Went up straight with her hands.
Yeah, Hoosac very disciplined on defense, especially in the second half. They've been straight up with their hands and their feet and not fouling this whole half.
And I'm going to call a travel there underneath.
I think every possession, Lennox has faced 5 Hoosac players on defense. They've gotten back, they've set their defense, and they've made it very difficult for Lennox to score in this half.
And it's going to be, I believe, they're going to call.
Like a travel.
Tie it up. That's what I thought. It looked like a travel to me. Yeah, Hoosac Valley inbound, and Lennox going to let it run out here as Hoosac Valley, and a very, very, very tough, physical, competitive game. John comes off with the victory here, 45-33.
Yeah, the definition of a hard-fought win for Hoosac. Lennox did a great job of competing for 32 minutes. You got to say the future is very bright for their program with all those freshmen that competed very well tonight in a tournament game.
Absolutely, John. There are many times that you pointed out 3-4 freshmen on the floor for Lennox at one time. So this is a squad that's got a very bright future going ahead. And for Hoosac Valley, a little bit of, shade, so to speak, on this one. Emma Meswer right at the end. Looks like she may have suffered a sprained ankle. She's still on the bench. And that'll be a big loss for Hoosac Valley if she cannot go coming up on Friday night when they play here for a chance to go back to the Final Four.
Definitely. I mean, she's had a key role for the team, and she especially played well tonight. And gotta give credit, some really quality sportsmanship here by the Lennox players going over and making sure they go over and bump fists with Emma Meswer because she couldn't get off the bench there.
And I'll tell you, John, again, low scoring. It was a 23-21 game at halftime. Hoosac Valley came out in the second half. They had a little bit of foul trouble with their 2 bigs. They went into that zone, and it kind of threw Lennox off the mark. They had a hard time. Took a long time for Lennox to get on track there in that third quarter.
Right. Hoosac made they came out early in this game and they were pressuring and trying to make this be a full court game and pushing the ball in transition. They continued to do that in offense, but on defense, they made a good effort to make sure that Lennox had to face a set defense every time. And sometimes, I tell you, when you force teams to play a half-court game and to see 5 players in front of them playing defense every time, it's hard to score in high school like that.
It certainly is.
It's not the game these players are used to anymore, up and down, up and down. That wasn't the game in the second half.
No.
Tim's getting heckled here.
I'm getting heckled here by some of these Lennox fans, but but yeah, that was the story. I mean, this was a hard-fought game from beginning to end. Sure, real Berkshire County basketball, John, as you're well familiar with.
Right, yeah, this is the definition of Berkshire County basketball, whether it's boys or girls, is standing in front of each other and just playing hard and playing great defense both ways on the floor. And you got to be impressed that Hoosac came out with a victory tonight.
All right, let's go down to the floor here. We're going to have some post-game interviews. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're on the floor here with Abby Schlaba and Ashley LaSure for Hoosac Valley. And Abby, Coach Franzoni, he said it during the broadcast, that probably was the biggest shot of the night when you answered with that big 3-pointer after Lennox went on a run.
Yeah, I guess that shot really got our momentum going.
Abby, You know, we talked about it. This was old-fashioned Berkshire County basketball here. This was a real slugfest with a very good Lennox team.
Yeah, it was really intense, and that's how we like to play. So.
Ashlyn, the last time you played these guys, you were in foul trouble, and you had all kinds of problems. Tonight you were on the floor. You never left the floor the entire night, and this, I mean, it looked like you were pretty well gassed by the end of this one.
Oh yeah, it was a rough game last time. I had to use it as momentum coming back into this game. I couldn't let anything down, but yeah, I was gassed, for sure.
Ashlyn, we commented when you guys came out in the second half, you started out with a zone, and it looked like that kind of threw off Lennox a little bit.
Yeah, we worked on it at the beginning. We used the zone that we were in at the beginning of the Western Mass game, and we kind of got on a run at the beginning, but then we fell back into man, kind of just got all over the place. But we've been working on that 2-3 zone at practice all the time, trying to get it down for this game.
Abby, I know at the end of the game, Emma Meswar went down with injury. She gave you some great minutes and a lot of energy off the bench tonight. So that's going to be a big thing if she can't play for you coming up in your next one.
Yeah, hopefully she just rolled her ankle, but yeah, she's a tough player. She's pretty clutch.
Ashlyn, you're on to the Elite Eight, a chance to go back to the Final Four. You're going to play, I believe, Friday night, either Thursday or Friday night, against a team yet to be determined. You might end up playing Georgetown again. You played them last year, but how does it feel to get a chance to go back to the Final Four?
It feels so good. We just have to keep going from here. These past two games, this game and then going to play Georgetown, they're revenge games for them, so we got to just come out hot.
All right, ladies, I want to thank you. Congratulations on a nice game. It was a great game to call, even a better game to watch. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you, I think, on Friday night in the Elite Eight against either Quaybach or Georgetown.
Okay,
all right, Ashlyn Short, Abby Slava, and Coach. It was really, as a veteran coach in Berkshire County basketball, this really had that feel, that Berkshire County feel.
It was just a slugfest. Every possession was just contested, hard on both ends of the court. Hoosac just really showed their veteran that they're well coached, their veteran experience in these games. When they got, it was 38-32, Coach Frederick called a timeout with 4 minutes left. They had some quality possessions the next 2 minutes, extended their lead to 12 by the time the next timeout was called with 2 minutes left. And again, going back to that shot by Abby, I mean, Kelly Nicotra hits 5 quick points, a 3 and a 2, cuts the lead to 34-32. Lennox has all the momentum going. They kick it out to Abby Schlaba, and the next possession for Hoosac, and she knocks down the 3, and it's a 5-point game. Just those are the moments in the game where big players step up and make quality clutch shots, and she did that tonight. And then Ashlyn Sure just controlled the game from the point and on the defensive end of the court. And then, Billets and Garabedian at the end of the game making some quality passes inside to finish and to extend the lead and to win the game by 12.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Hoosac Valley. Hoosac Valley is going to go on to the Elite Eight against an opponent yet to be determined. We'll be there following that action when that game is played. For Coach Franzoni, I'm Tim Morey. The final here at Hoosac Valley. It was Hoosac Valley 45 and Lennox 33.